LOA, or The Secret. You've likely witnessed a passionate, excited person describe what seems your relationship to the universe. To really understand the law of attraction, tune into your perspective of your relationship with the universe. In other words, it's important to examine how you feel about the way the universe interacts with you. Do you believe you can influence your surroundings so things happen for you? Or do you believe things happen to you? In psychology, this perspective is called internal vs. external locus of control. Some people in therapy believe that they are a product of everything that has happened to them. This is called an external locus of control because these people believe they are not in control of their lives. The goal of therapy is for patients to realize that they actually have an internal locus of control. The law of attraction works the same way. The truth is, your thoughts and feelings do have an effect on the events that take place around you. A shift in your perspective and understanding of the truth about your relationship to the universe can begin to attract better things into your life. Like impossible magic. Read on to get answers to all your questions about the law of attraction, the machinations of this seemingly magical system, and how well it really works. Law of attraction fans will tell you that their wildest dreams easily come true, and positive believing makes it happen. But how does it work? And why is it so mysterious? Below is an extensive law of attraction guide written for the skeptics out there who are wary of such a seems too good to be true tale. In this guide we'll show you the machinations of this seemingly magical system. Answer all your questions about law of attraction and show you how well it really works. Tell you all about the possible achievements and gains through this system, including love, money, and health. Finally, we'll walk you through each and every step of the law of attraction, with detailed exercises and instructions to ensure your success. So, sit back, relax and get ready to learn all about the mysteries and magic behind the LOA. What is the law of attraction? In an interview with Larry King, Oprah Winfrey described the success that the law of attraction brought into her life. In fact, Oprah credits her understanding of the law of attraction with much of her success in life. She's not the only famously successful person to use the system either. Will Smith, Jim Carrey, and Arnold Schwarzenegger among others have all practiced working with the law of attraction and found great success because of it. So, what's the definition of the law of attraction anyway? Believe it or not, the law of attraction isn't a complicated magic ritual that requires initiation into an ancient, mystery school or secret order. In fact, the law of attraction is a simple and unchanging universal principle. Think of the law of attraction as gravity. Toss a penny from your roof, it lands on the ground. Try to jump off your couch, you will fall. Gravity is an unchanging law of our universe. Not believing in the law of gravity is not important. Stuff will still fall and may break upon landing. But, believing in the law of gravity allows you to predict and expect what will happen. The law of attraction works the same way. Things within our universe have a tendency to migrate toward other like things. We're using the word things here because this law encompasses thoughts, feelings, people, objects, and everything else in our universe. It's a universal principle, so it applies to all the things. Like attracts like. Like migrates toward like. Believing it's true or untrue doesn't change anything. It's a simple universal principle. However, if you believe it and get in tune with it, you can start predicting and expecting what happens to you, for you. Your awareness of the law of attraction can affect your life. How and why does the law of attraction work? Just as the why of the law of gravity is complex and difficult to understand, unless you are a theoretical physicist, the why of the law of attraction is also complicated. In fact, gravity is actually still a bit of a mystery to scientists. We understand that gravity prevents us and everything else on Earth from floating away, but the exact why is an intricate matter. The law of attraction is very similar. As with all the laws of our universe, we understand that these laws do work, even though we don't necessarily understand how to define them. So, quantum mechanics aside, read on to know how learn about this universal law and how it applies to you. It's not magic, it's science at this point. you may still remain unconvinced that this universal principle which attracts like to like still seems interwoven in magic and, therefore, unreal. Perhaps it's because we're talking about intangible concepts like thoughts and feelings. At least with gravity, an apple thrown up into the air falls onto the ground. You may not understand it, but you can visibly and immediately experience the effects. It's difficult to imagine that thoughts and feelings can have an effect on the world around us. Fortunately, advances in technology and science allow us to visibly and immediately experience the effects of our thoughts. Just like watching an apple fall through the air, there are experiments that demonstrate the immediate effects of thoughts and feelings. Believe it or not, there are volumes of scientific evidence to prove that our thoughts alone have immediate and tangible effects on ourselves and the environment around us. Happily, we'll briefly tell you about the results of some major studies. Law of attraction examples, top 3 scientific experiments. 1. The summer of '93 DC meditation experiment. A group of 4,000 meditators volunteered to meditate on peace and love to reduce the amount of crime in the high-crime Washington, D.C. area. A team of scientists and researchers approached the project without bias and tested for every variable imaginable. The results were clear. During the month of meditation, crime dropped by 25%, definitively and scientifically proving that the positive thoughts of a group of people can affect and change the behavior of ill-intentioned individuals. 2. Thinking you're younger physically makes you younger. In 1979, a study was conducted on 70 to 80-year-old men to see the difference in remembering youth fondly and actually reliving youth. One group talked and reminisced about their younger days while the other group pretended to be young, surrounding themselves with TV shows, music and activities of their youth. At the end of the experiment, those who imagined they were physically younger showed signs of de-aging. Blood pressure was lowered, arthritis was diminished, and even eyesight and hearing in this control group improved. By simply imagining themselves younger, some physical aging was actually reversed. Their thoughts and imagination made this happen. 3. The water experiments. The most famous experiment that proves the power of thought was carried out by Dr. Masaru Emoto. He photographed frozen water crystals after thoughts of love and peace or hate and fear were projected onto them. Sometimes the intentions were spoken out loud, while other times the intentions were merely thought. The results were always the same. Messages of hope, peace, love, joy, and the like resulted in beautiful, symmetrical crystals, while messages of fear, hate, anger, sadness and the like resulted in disjointed and broken crystals. His experiments proved that our intentions can physically alter the world around us. How to use the law of attraction, and what for? Now that you understand what the law of attraction really is and how it works, let's talk about the ways you can use it to improve your life. The law of attraction is a universal principle that is already working in your life. Start intentionally thinking and feeling what it is you want to attract into your life, such as money, love, and relationships, health and spirituality, to make the law of attraction work for you. Attract money. Financial abundance is the number one reason people become interested in the law of attraction. It's no wonder. Working tirelessly for small paychecks is exhausting, and when life starts throwing unexpected expenses your way, debt can seem inevitable. The good news is that law of attraction money is easy to come by. Once you learn the techniques, you'll start to see changes really quickly. Many people report unexpected checks, seemingly random job opportunities, and even literally finding money as some of the first results when working with the law of attraction. How to manifest love and relationships. The second most popular reason people seek information about the law of attraction is to find true love. Finding a lifetime partner to fulfill an ideal, loving relationship can seem like an elusive and frustrating game that you can't win. Luckily, the law of attraction is a great tool for finding love. Because the law of attraction means working on yourself and your desires, it inherently makes you a more attractive person with a clear vision of what you want and need in your life. How to improve your health with the law of attraction. Most people don't consider using the law of attraction to bring better health into their lives, but as you noticed in the results of the aging experiment, it's actually a great tool for that purpose. Because the law of attraction works with thoughts and thoughts affect our physical reality, you may be attracting poor health into your life right now without even realizing it. Learning about the law of attraction helps you see that your thoughts are having a direct effect on your entire world, including the vessel you're traveling in. A good attitude goes a long way to improving your health, and the law of attraction can help you take that even further. Use the LOA for spiritual awakening. By its very nature, the law of attraction connects you with higher, spiritual planes of existence. When you start practicing the techniques, you begin to see beyond the mundane, ordinary world. A new, brighter world opens up to you that is brimming with possibility. Many people find a spiritual awakening in those possibilities. Connecting with the rhythms of the universe and opening up to new potentials, awakens the spiritual force inside you that is connected to everything around you. The law of attraction demonstrates that you are connected to everything and everything is connected to you. Have even more fun. The results of using the law of attraction techniques are only limited by your imagination, and by the laws of physics, you're not going to manifest bird-like flying anytime soon. There are endless things you can attract in your life. From practical things like good parking karma to always guarantee you a great parking spot, to calls to adventure that open you up to random invitations to explore the world, you can use the principles behind the law of attraction in any way you please. 4 steps to work with the law of attraction. By now, you understand what the law of attraction is and how it can work in your life, so now it's time to start practicing the techniques. In this section, you're going to learn the 4-step process to transform your dreams from mere desire to actual reality. As we walk through each step, we'll explain its importance and how to ensure you're doing it right. Together we'll dive deeply into the process to understand the merits of each step. Before you begin, the possibilities for attraction with the law of attraction are only limited by your imagination. Start thoughtfully. It's important to take time to think about the process, where your life is now and where you want it to be. The foundation of the law of attraction is to believe that it actually works. Try out the techniques on small things first. To get a feel for how the law can work in your life, choose something minor that seems possible. If you have your doubts, test it out with something simple. This is your first step to master the law of attraction. Small things can include parking spots, randomly finding $10, or hearing from an old friend. These are great to start out with because they're easy to believe in. Once the result happens, it will reaffirm your belief in the law of attraction and you can move on to something bigger. Let's walk through the 4-step process to transform your dreams from mere desire to actual reality. Step 1. Make your decision. Deciding what you want is the first and most critical step in the law of attraction. You need a really clear vision of your desire. Whether you wish to attract something minor, or you're looking for a huge overhaul of your life, be clear about what you truly want. When you imagine this new thing in your life, imagine it fully with each of your 5 senses. Spend time in quiet meditation imaging your life after you've attracted this new thing. Whether it's as simple as finding $10 or as profound as bumping into your one, true love on the street, feel this new thing with every part of your being. Imagine what this new thing looks like, smells like, sounds like, feels like, and tastes like, if it's relevant. How do you feel once this new thing is in your life? Where do you feel it in your body? Does it make your toes tingle or make your heart flutter? Does your pulse race or do you feel a wave of calm? Make it real in your mind. Don't just focus on receiving this new thing, think about your life after it too. Imagine how it will change your world. Step 1 is important because it prepares your mind and body to receive whatever you're asking for. Our brains don't know the difference between reality and imagination. When you engage in full, sensory imagination, your brain fires up your body to move forward. Muscles, blood flow, heart, lungs, and every part of your body gear up to take part in whatever you're imagining. Taking part in this imagination exercise, you align yourself with your desires. Open up to the possibilities and prepare your body to receive whatever it is you are attempting to attract. It may seem simple, but this first step is what paves the way to working with the energies of the law of attraction. Step 2. Practice unconditional love. Simply put, if you don't believe you deserve what you're seeking, you're not going to get it. Those deep, subconscious fears and doubts send messages loud and clear too. If part of you feels as though you don't deserve what you're seeking, then that part of you is competing with your desire. Think of it as a radio signal. As you scan through the radio, in between stations fight for a signal. Most people are pretty familiar with this experience. The two stations compete and occasionally you'll hear one song and then parts of a different song start to edge in. You'll notice that neither station comes in perfectly crisp and clear. In the same manner, when you experience doubt or fear, those thoughts and feelings interrupt and compete with your desires. It's difficult to free yourself completely from doubt, fear, or feeling as though you don't deserve something. Your instinct might try to combat those feelings using negative thoughts like, "Don't be afraid," or even direct conflicts like, "You deserve this." Unfortunately, such methods are ineffective and simply don't work because they reinforce negative thoughts and feelings. Step 2 is important because it brings awareness of our thoughts and feelings. The only effective method for combating fears and doubts is to become aware of them, acknowledge them, and approach them with love and compassion. You experience those feelings for a deep-seated reason. Something someone told you, or the result of something you did, made you feel unworthy. That's painful, so, of course, you feel afraid or doubtful. This step is important because those competing signals can be quite strong. Weaken the signal or change the direction of those thoughts like this. Approach those feelings with the love and compassion that you would feel towards a lonely, small child or a hurt animal. When you love yourself, you open up the possibility to receive your greatest desires, and you begin to only desire the things that are best for you. Step 3. Open up to the possibilities. Addressing your fears and doubts is important, but after a brief acknowledgement, replace those fears and doubts with appreciation and gratitude. These new, positive feelings change your perspective and expectations, opening up to the possibility that more great things are on your horizon. Perhaps you don't see how the law of attraction has worked for you in the past. You can hope and dream and intend all day long, but at some point, you've got to step back. Let's conduct a comparison. First, think about the bad things in your life right now. Can you see connections to your fears, doubts, and old patterns that led those things into your life? Focus on understanding your part in this overall process, rather than feeling guilty or ashamed. Recognizing how your fears have manifested in your life does not mean that the bad things in your life are your fault. It simply means that the law of attraction has responded to the signal you sent out. Just acknowledge that the system works and your new awareness will guide you. No need to shame yourself or even feel responsible. Next, think of all the great things in your life. Reflect upon how your hopes, dreams, and ambition attracted those good things to you. Reinforce in your mind how, when you believe something can happen, it does. Again, rather than experiencing pride or feeling boastful, this is about understanding and seeing how the law of attraction is already a part of your life. It's always existed, but now you are aware of it. Step 3 is important because of connections, awareness, and gratitude. Cataloging every little thing in your life and tracing it back to a thought or feeling is time-consuming and not helpful. Rather, make connections to where you are now and the state of your mind that led you there. Once you see that the law of attraction works without you knowing, it will reinforce your understanding that this is simply a universal law. Work with your awareness of the law and understand how it works. Then you can work with the law and align yourself with it. Finally, express gratitude. Feel grateful and appreciative for how this law has already worked so well for you. Make a list of all the great things in your life and express your appreciation for those things. Expressing gratitude is the key to setting yourself up for more and better things. Step 4. Experience the reality of your desires now. It's time to live the reality of your desires. You've imagined what you want, cleared away your doubts and fears and realized how the law has already worked for you in the past. You practiced this type of imagination exercise in step 1, but now it's time to live out that imagination. This is a bit of an acting exercise, so let go of your inhibitions to make this exercise really effective. Rather than just visualizing the reality in your mind, live it as much as possible. This may feel silly or strange to you, but in a moment, we will explain why it's so important. If you're practicing these techniques with something simple, it's time to take action and expect your results. If you're using the system to find great parking, get in your car and drive to that parking spot with the full intention and expectation of finding it clear for you. Announce it out loud. That parking spot is clear for me. I am parking in the spot that is open for me. Again, we are fully aware that this seems really silly, but it's a critical step. If you're practicing the technique on something bigger, this exercise may be tricky, but use your imagination. If you're trying to lose weight, go out and buy an outfit that fits the size you're aiming for. If you want a new car, go to a dealership and shop around. If you're aiming for something as big as complete financial freedom, start planning what you're going to do with all that free time and money. The important step is to take action and act as if you already have what you're looking for. It doesn't need to be extravagant. Step 4 is important for 2 reasons. The first is that it aligns you with your desires. The entire concept behind the law of attraction is that like attracts like. When you take action as if you've already gotten what you desire, you are sending a huge, loud, and clear message to the universe that you're serious. Actions speak louder than words, right? Also, this step is important because it allows you to really feel the gratification of what it's like when you've attracted your desire. It solidifies your belief and reinforces the visualization you worked on in the first step. Jump into this final step with joy and enthusiasm. Now what? So, after you've completed the 4 steps, you'll probably ask, now what? The final piece to the law of attraction puzzle is persistence. There's no formula for how long things take to manifest into your life. We each have our own individual hurdles to overcome, and it will take time to see the results of this system. Some people begin to see things happen immediately, while others take a little more time. The key here is patience and persistence. As soon as doubt or fear start to creep back in, return to step 2 and address it. If you have lost touch with your clear intention, revert to step 1. If your belief in the law of attraction lags, go back to step 3. If all else fails, repeat step 4 every day until it becomes a reality. Continue to express gratitude and appreciation every day. Think positively and recall all the connections you made that prove the law of attraction is real for you. Take time every day to review the visualization exercises and prep your mind and body to receive this incredible gift. The law of attraction is universal and it's going to work with or without your intention. If you keep coming up short, address those doubts and fears, because they're likely speaking to you much louder than your desires. We've said it before, but it's worth repeating, the law of attraction is a universal law that's going to work with or without your permission. Your awareness of it and understanding of how it can work in your life, will attract more of the things that you desire. But, it's hard to get used to using the right mindset and sending out the right signals. Whether you're unsure how to get a really clear vision of what you want or you're struggling to release the fears and doubts that seem to speak louder than you, we've come up with a list of exercises to help you. Practice any and all of the exercises you want to. Try every exercise at least once. There are no hard and fast rules, so feel free to tweak these exercises and make them your own. These are aids to help you overcome any challenges you might face while attempting to work with the law of attraction. Vision boards have become a really popular exercise for figuring out exactly what you want in your life. In their simplest form, these boards contain images and words that resonate with what you want to attract your way. There are 2 great results from making vision boards. First, the act of spending time finding images and words and attaching them to a board is a personal commitment to your desires. It helps you clarify what you really want, visualize it and put energy toward making it real. Secondly, the images serve as a great reminder of your desires. Each day, you can look at the board and remind yourself of what you're trying to attract. Creating a vision board is easy. Go through magazines or search the internet to find images that represent what you want to attract. It doesn't matter if the images are metaphorical or literal. The important thing is that the images speak to you and connect with your desires. Attach the images to a board and place it in a prominent place where you will look at it every day. Vision board image source, Law of Attraction. Sensory visualization. Some people are blessed with a vivid imagination, which makes step 1 really easy. For others who have a difficult time actually sensing and feeling their desires, this exercise is for you. If you have trouble visualizing your desires, start small and work your way up. Close your eyes and visualize a piece of fruit. For some reason, an orange works best, but if you hate oranges, definitely choose something else. For the purposes of this example, we'll imagine an orange. Follow this simple exercise, close your eyes and see the fruit in your mind's eye. Picture it as clearly as you can. See the imperfect, round shape, the bright, orange color, and the dimpled, waxy texture. Imagine holding the orange. How does it feel in your hands? See yourself examining it, rubbing it, bouncing it up and down in your hand. Feel its weight. Is it cold or room temperature? Imagine yourself smelling the orange. Use your memory to engage your sense of smell and see if you can smell the orange. Can you smell that familiar scent? Breathe in deeply and take in the smell. Imagine yourself gently tapping the orange on a surface near you. What does it sound like? Flick it with your thumb and pointer finger. Can you hear it? Keep trying until you hear it clearly. Peel the orange. Hear the sound of the peel ripping from the flesh. See the white rind on the back of the peel. See the shiny, wet pulp beginning to emerge. Smell the sweet, citrus smell getting much stronger. Finally, take a bite and feel the texture of the orange in your mouth. Feel the juice and the cold flesh on your tongue. Taste the sweet and satisfying flavor. Try this exercise with anything, and once you've mastered it, step 1 of the Law of Attraction techniques becomes much easier. Improve visualization by recording your voice reading the exercise out loud and then playing it back with your eyes closed and concentrating on the techniques. Sensory visualization. Gratitude list. We talked about the importance of gratitude in step 3, but we're going to dive a little deeper here. Gratitude sets you up for success because it places you in the right mindset to receive it. Expect that the universe is more likely to give you things if you are already grateful for what it has provided to you. Giving an asked-for birthday gift to someone and barely receiving a thank you, you'd likely avoid providing a second gift. On the other hand, you'd get excited about giving a repeat gift to someone who enthusiastically expressed their appreciation for your gift. Imagine the universe in the same way. Make a gratitude list to help with sourcing and expressing gratitude. Here are a couple ways to do this. Make a huge list of all the things you're thankful for. Add to the list whenever you think of something else. Make a list every night, or every morning, of some things you appreciate in your life right now. Imagine waking up every morning and reading a list of the great things in your life right now. It would definitely put you in a better mood and shift your perspective to find other things that make you happy. Like attracts like. Gratitude list. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of self-awareness without judgment. When you are mindful, you aren't just aware of what you're feeling and thinking, you're observing it without analyzing it. Mindfulness isn't, my hands are shaky because I'm afraid of this meeting. I shouldn't be afraid. There's nothing to fear. Rather, mindfulness is, I feel afraid of how others will think about me in this meeting. I feel afraid of embarrassing myself. My hands are shaking as a result of this fear. It's important to understand that mindfulness isn't about changing anything or trying to understand it. This is because the analytical and judgment aspects of our automatic reactions are unhealthy and actually perpetuate the problem. It reinforces the connection in our brain between the action and the negative feeling. To release that connection, approach it without judgment. Let it be. There's a lot of scientific research behind the effects of mindfulness, and it's well beyond the scope of this guide. What you should know is that mindfulness is proven to relieve things like anxiety and depression and has an incredibly beneficial effect on things like blood pressure, the immune system, heart rate, and even cancer. Mindfulness is an important part of the law of attraction because it takes self-awareness in the absence of judgment to get what you want. For true awareness of what you want, also know your fears and the signals those fears are sending out to the universe. To change them, approach these fears and signals with love and compassion. The next exercises for this purpose. Mindfulness meditation. Loving kindness meditation. Approaching your fears and doubts with love and compassion is very difficult. Negative emotions are quite overpowering and limiting, and as a result, are hard to feel a lot of love for. Have patience with yourself and try out a loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness meditation is a Buddhist meditation that sends out compassion to yourself, others and the entire world. It is a great way to put your mind in a place that easily gives and receives loves. Simply find the feeling of compassion within yourself and let it radiate to others. To perform this meditation, imagine the warmth and desire that stirs within you to help a small child or an injured animal and allow that you radiate from you. This is a great loving kindness meditation you can practice to help achieve the feeling of compassion. Be intentional. The majority of us walk around performing daily actions without intention. We get up, get ready for our day and go about our day not really thinking about our actions. Often, our distracted thoughts and feelings drift away from the action we're performing. To really work with the law of attraction, be intentional with your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Intention focuses your brain activity and uses every available resource to help you perform an action. This type of disciplined focus will help you achieve faster and more accurate results when using the law of attraction. To practice being intentional, simply focus on an everyday activity and set your intention on each action you perform on that task. At first, the practice will feel overwhelmingly tedious, but just keep practicing and watch how your focus shifts to the reality of the moment. For example, do the dishes tonight with intention. Before you take any action, speak your intention out loud, or in your mind, if you've got company. Say, I am going to make this dish clean again. I am picking up the dish. I am turning on the hot water. I am putting soap on the sponge. Don't take any action without first announcing your intention to take that action. Again, it feels tedious at first, but soon, you'll notice something incredible. The simple act of washing a dish is really a series of several actions, movements, and thoughts. When your intention is focused on the action, you'll appreciate exactly how much movement is involved. Normally, a person approaches such an action on autopilot, but stepping back, you'll notice the entirety of the series of decisions and actions that make up your very full day when you move with intention. Intentional try affirmations. Affirmations work wonderfully for many people who start out with the law of attraction. There are plenty of law of attraction affirmations that you can try out for yourself. Free your body. Fling your inhibitions into the wind. Practice freeing your body and dance like nobody's watching. This final exercise can help you overcome inhibitions that make this final step feel really silly. Some people struggle with feelings of embarrassment and shame, even when alone. What's the harm in acting out an imaginary scenario when no one is there to witness it? It still feels silly, doesn't it? We get used to thinking and caring about what people think about us. Even when we're alone, we're so conditioned to worry about our image that we often inhibit even our solitary actions. So, practice freeing your body. Dance like nobody's watching. That's all it takes to make this exercise work. Find a place where you can be alone and just let loose. Music or no music, let your body move however it wants to. Don't think. Just do. Free body. Frequently asked questions about the law of attraction. Can I really make anything happen with the law of attraction? The law of attraction is just one of the laws that govern our universe. There are others, like the law of gravity, for example. You can't defy the other laws of the universe, so don't expect to. In that way, no, you can't make just anything happen. You're also competing with other people's intentions, both good and bad. So, be aware that if your desire is in direct conflict with someone else's stronger desire, the universe will respond accordingly. The law of attraction does not give you full and total control of your life, it simply states that like will attract like. You can use this to your advantage by being intentional with your desires, but this isn't magic. I tried to manifest being rich, but I ended up losing money. What happened? It's hard to say what happened, but more than likely, you have fears that you aren't addressing with compassion. Simply desiring riches doesn't manifest money into your life. Ensure your fears and doubts aren't speaking louder than your desires. Also, have patience with the steps and persistence with your intentions. Working with the law of attraction is ongoing. It's a continuous practice of patience, persistence, and intention. It is not a once-and-done process. Does the law of attraction mean that the bad things that happen to me are my fault? We often associate blame and fault to negative situations. It is the burning desire in us to assign a reason for everything. It also reaffirms our fears, doubts, and insecurities. The law of attraction doesn't mean that you are solely responsible for every little thing that happens to you. It simply means that like attracts like. You are more likely to attract negative situations if fear, doubt, and insecurity lead you to believe bad things are bound to happen. This doesn't mean that bad things happen because of you. It simply means negative things happen and your negative feelings acted like a compass or magnet. It is an oversimplification to think that every bad thing in the world happens because someone wasn't positive or intentional. Wars, genocides, and famines don't happen just because someone wasn't intentional with their thoughts. Bad things will always happen, and we don't know why. Often, we learn a lot from negative things. Think of the bad things as concealed, good teachings that ultimately make us stronger.